If they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And some room to work. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, Taylor now. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Oh, heck of a move. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On 2nd down, Mostert, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Witt's going to give this to Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run here with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. To throw is Wentz. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, he stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20, 10, 5. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Again, it's Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gold is able to put it through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Mostert. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think
and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the
certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Finding some room at midfield. And down right around the 37.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Mostert.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. And Lance now to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Gold is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Working from the gun, Lance. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here's Rodgers on the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wentz going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. There he goes, right side. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a give to Taylor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a